It's Miss Frith. All right, Frith, how you doing? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, right. She's very no, Rafe, that's mine. Get off it. She's a bit shy, a bit coy today, aren't you? Hmm? So today she's not very interested in being touched at all. You know what? Can I get a beak touch? A beak touch, that's fine. So she's fine with me touching her on the beak today, but she doesn't want to be touched anywhere else. So she's very cuddly, and she'll let me stroke her quite often. But sometimes she just goes through stages where she doesn't want to be touched at all and she doesn't want to be stroked. And we have to respect that. It tends to happen when she's in this heightened hormone season. And we just don't know. You don't know whether touching their feathers is highly irritating to them. We just don't know. So we respect her. When she comes to me and presents her head and says, "Oh, give me a stroke," then I'll do that for her. But other than that, I can get a beak touch. Yeah, can I get a little tiny beak touch? Good girl. She'll let me just squeeze a beak, and it's just an acknowledgement. It's like shaking hands. And you always have to remember. So I go on a lot about them nipping and stuff like this and using their beaks. They use their beaks as we use our hands. So this is why I do beak touch with them. It's why I touch Rags' beak quite often when he's sitting here talking to me. I just touch it. Just it's touching base with them again. But yeah, I mean, she's fine, but she's you know, unpredictable as far as hormones go. So some days she wakes up in a lovely, lovely mood, just wants to be cuddled and have lots of affection. And today she's woken up in I'm very affectionate, but don't touch me. Are you coming up, sweetie? Hello. Hello, my gorgeous girl. Did you have to go and just check out down there, did you? Hmm? Can I have a kiss? Thank you. You absolute little sweetheart. You really are. Hmm? So yesterday, Frith went out on her own with me, just briefly. We do tests every now and again, don't we? We do, to see how she gets along just on her own. Now, Frith relies on Ragnar as her support blanket. I know, he's very annoying, isn't he? So it's nice just to test every now and again whether she's going to be able to cope with going outside on her own, because she is quite a bad agoraphobic. And it turns out the answer was no. Absolutely not. She needed her Ragnar. So Frith's agrophobia seems to have been developed when she escaped her original owners, who I must say seem to have taken very good care of her. So we don't really know the reasons why she escaped or she's on the loose. But she had a series of really bad events when she was out on the loose. Flying around, very anxious. You can imagine how it is. She's been sort of with a human for, I think it was probably about 5 years, maybe 4.5 years. And then suddenly she's on her own, trying to fend for herself in an urban environment. She didn't know what to do. And that has left her with a legacy of agoraphobia. She also has a legacy of being very wary of people because, I mean, she's quite friendly, doesn't necessarily mean she's going to like you or be nice to you. So she can be quite aggressive if she doesn't like the person that she's interacting with. Now, this seems to be a legacy of being raven-napped twice. And when she was raven-napped twice, that has caused some damage. She does have what looks to be evidence of physical damage from that. I also have photographs of her when she was out from people who kept bumping into her, basically. And she had string around her leg, which was a form of anklets and jesses. Someone had just used rope. It was awful, absolutely awful situation for her. They also attacked her ring, so they removed all the marks on her ring. To do that with Frith would have meant absolutely manhandling her, holding her down, and then scratching off this ring, which just would have been horrific for her. And I'm not surprised she left those environments or was thrown out of those environments. Frith, when she doesn't want to do something, is incredibly belligerent and very, very aggressive. So she is not a pleasant bird when she's not worked with in her terms. She knows her mind, and that's good. But it has left her with this legacy of agoraphobia, which is improving year by year. It's improving. This year has been an improvement. And we're just letting her sort of go with this at the moment because she is, she's still looking after her Rafe. And we'll just, we'll see how it goes. I am looking forward to a balance next year again. I must say, once all these guys have gone.